Here we go, and we back. We back with a family member. He coming out to the barbecue today. Our
Yes,
cousin,
sir.
big cousin Perry, the Vitilago man of action. Introduce yourself, cuz.
Well, first and foremost, my name is Perry, and I am the Vitilago Man of Action. And the Vitilago Man of Action is my nonprofit organization on the awareness of vitiligo. And my organization is out of Atlanta, Georgia. And the rest is history, ladies and gentlemen. Awareness, vitiligo. Anything else you guys want me to say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think Nick got on mute, but we're gonna hit to the intro real quick. We're gonna get into what vitiligo is. We're gonna have our cousin explain some of the things he's doing within his community, and we're gonna roll from there. We're gonna have a good time. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Good. Tell them I ain't mad, they ain't no. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good.
Can y'all hear me?
Straight up, it's all good. Tell them it's all good. Tell them I ain't mad if they ain't no. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good.
All right, we back. We back. Did we lose, cuz?
Yeah, we lost him. Right?
There
I
you
think
go.
we got him back. I think we got him back. We got you back, cuz.
So we back. We back. We're gonna let our cousin talk about vitiligo and the stuff that he's working on right now.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yes.
We got you.
Can you hear us?
All right, you guys are a little muffled, so I hope it's not muffled on your end. If it's not muffled
No,
on
yours
your
is.
end, tell me to keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
All right, well, first of all, once again, my name is Perry. I'm the Vitilago Man of Action. And today, my conversation for the world today is what is vitiligo? Well, before I even go into that, I'm going to ask how many of you out there know Michael Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we lost.
Oh, we lost him again. It's all right. We good. We good. We'll get him back.
I was gonna bring that up. Michael Jackson
Yeah.
had vitiligo.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to ask the world today is Michael Jackson. If you know Michael Jackson, you know what vitiligo is. But I'm going to break it down for you real short of what vitiligo is. Vitiligo is basically an autoimmune deficiency is just a breakdown of stuff that's going on in your body to survive. You know, I don't want to go in technical terms, but it's just an autoimmune deficiency where your cells and things are breaking down. It's fighting against your skin melanin in your skin. And for people who have vitiligo. And what vitiligo looks like is patchy skin. And in some cases, vitiligo is you see somebody that's really light skinned, that was dark skinned years ago, like Michael Jackson. A lot of people thought Michael Jackson dyed his skin and did something like that. Now, he had some treatments that were more advanced than most people based off of the amount of money he had. But he did not, he did have vitiligo. Because everybody who knew Michael Jackson years ago knew that he had black skin. He had melanin in his skin. But what people are today, let me just start off. I've had vitiligo for 25 years. I was not born with vitiligo, okay? So my story is going to be a lot different than most people you're going to hear. Because mine didn't come from a lot of hurt and pain. A lot of hurt and pain didn't come from my vitiligo, more so than triumph and reward, you know? So I'm 56 years old, 55, and I had it since I was 25, okay? And the reality of how I got mine, I went to college, Virginia State University. So all my adolescence and college years, I didn't have vitiligo. I was in the automobile industry since 1987, and I didn't have it then. And then this is the part that I want you to understand. I went to prison for 10 years. I went to prison for 10 years. And then when I went to prison for 10 years and came out, this is what you see today. So nobody else had seen me for 10 years. And when I came out, this is what I look like. So being in the car business where appearance is everything, I kind of lost a little bit of confidence, but then it didn't take me long to regain my confidence. But my point is, vitiligo is something that people do not take serious because it's only pigmentation. It's skin. That's what people say. It's only skin. So why are you so stressed out? Because what vitiligo does for people is it breaks down their confidence. It changes you from, I'm a walking, how I like to say it, I'm a walking dead person to some people. Because people never knew this guy. And my mother never knew this guy. So I'm living dead, if you understand where I'm coming from, because I didn't have no existence of this skin description. And for most people, they stay behind closed doors. They are depressed. They can't deal with it as much as you seeing me talk about it right now. But the greatest part about vitiligo today is, and what I was looking for years ago, is exposure. We now have people all across the country. We have support groups all across the country, and we have big World Vitiligo Day conferences every year for the last 6 years. And this year I had the privilege of opening up the conference with motivation. And what I tell a person is, wear your vitiligo well. Now, before I go any further, I'm asking guys, do you have any questions at this point? Because I don't want to run on and on without the audience knowing what we're talking about.
I got a quick question. You in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, real quick, because I know we got a great show. How about them Hawks? How you guys? How about them Hawks?
Hey, look now. Hey, look, I knew that had to come up at some point in time.
Absolutely.
The city is still wide open based off of that energy. You know what I mean? The city is still wide open. So people are embracing that. They embrace it. They're embracing the Hawk right now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Now my other question is, you said you got it when you came out of prison. So is there a way that this was contracted, or how do you think that your trip to prison and you catching it, or it becoming a part of your life after, how does that coincide? Like, what happened according to your theory, or what you found out?
Well, good question. Good question. First of all, in some of the information that you will read up on vitiligo is, they say it's hereditary. Okay. Nobody in my family has it that I am aware of. Okay. My immediate family, or even family members that I know, nobody has it. Okay. Secondly, trauma and stress also causes vitiligo. But mind you, it's an autoimmune deficiency. Like, it's a lot of things, AIDS, and all those things are associated, cancer, with autoimmune deficiency, where there are cells, things in your body that are breaking down, are not functioning right. In my case, there is no melanin being prescribed through my body because of the breakdown of the trauma. You know what I mean? So now, to answer your question, I don't know if the prison time or me being in prison created that for me. I can't say that. But if I had to look back and use the story, I would say, yeah, that all that stress, them 18 years they gave me, yeah, I was stressful. And not knowing what the world had for me, those was a stressful situation. But the time wasn't so stressful once you accepted it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say at this point, and mind you, I filed a lawsuit against the state of Virginia while I was incarcerated because I didn't feel like I got adequate medical attention. I felt like the water had turned my skin like this, So I was on that same tip you was on. Yeah, so I went at them, but overall they did give me adequate medical attention, and I couldn't win it. But I just thought I'd give me some money one way or the other.
So I got a question. Before we get deeper into that, can you start off by telling us like how was your upbringing, your siblings, and things like that?
Okay, well, first of all, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. We moved to Virginia when I was about 10, 12, and I got five siblings. All right, and I was the youngest until my sister Marika. I was the youngest, and I would say our upbringing was very well. We were very we had a lot of manners. I had both parents. When we moved from New York to Virginia, my dad was here. So all my life, I had mother and father. Now, coming out of New York City as a youngster, we were already getting in trouble. So that's why one of the reasons we moved to Virginia. We got to Virginia. My mom and dad was there. Now, mind you, we ain't had no car. We ain't had no car when we moved to Virginia. So we used the public transportation. So it was rough for us. Then my dad kind of had a little car here and there, but he drank a little bit, right? So he ain't hold down a car long. You know what I'm saying? But we were in a very loving family. I don't have them stories of was we molested and all those kind of things. I don't have that. We were well mannered and brought up well together with family value. Now, when we got to Virginia, we learned Virginia ways. We played sports. We excelled in sports, and then we found other ways to channel our energy. I played football, not basketball. I played basketball and baseball, and was good in baseball and football, as well as track. And we just had a normal life. Now, my dad was just like anybody else. Daddy, I'm gonna say, he worked, he took care of the family, but on the weekend he would go. You know what I'm saying? He was out there, but now being the elder that I am, I understood why he might have did that, might have not been the right thing to do. But I understand with 5 kids and having to hear what my mama might have had to say. See, nobody never say that their mama was bad on the end. I never saw it, but I'm saying I could imagine what kind of grief he got from her from time to time. To make him say, "Oh, I'm going out tonight and I'm gonna take care of the family, but I'll see y'all on the weekend." But that's how I was brought up. I think we had a very good childhood. We were like the good time. Every time something good was going to happen, something bad come with it. We were supposed to get a house. My mom was working the Cavalier, and my dad, he was self-employed, so he made good money. Then after 1 year, they were getting ready to move. We were glad we were going to move in the house and everything. And then they found out when mama came back from vacation, they dismissed her from her position. So we went back to good times again. You know what I mean? But a very happy childhood. Then I graduated from high school. I got kicked out of school in the 9th grade. I got kicked out, went back, got to high school. Now, mind you, I'm a football player and all this too. And I just was that guy that kind of was always in the wrong place at the right time, And even almost up to my senior year, I almost got kicked out of school, but don't I'm gonna say it like this, the people at school said, "We're gonna get you out of here." So they moved me on, I got my transcript at home right now. And I said, I don't know how I got out of school. But
as long as you got out, that's all that matters.
But I'm gonna just share something with you about willpower and determination. My sister went to a 2-year college. Then with all the badness that happened to me in school, I still went to college before I went to prison. So I went to Virginia State University, public administration major, and for me, the goal was just to get the school title under my name. Not to graduate, but to get the school title under my name, because people treat you different. They treat you different when you say you went to school when I was coming up. So I got it under my name. And then in 1987, when I came home for the summer, I went to the car dealership, and some kind of way after I left school, because I had a son in school, all these things, and now I'm going back to Virginia Beach. I went to a car dealership during the summertime, worked with them, and found out I was really good. And at that time, I made the kind of money college people desire to make. So I didn't have to now look for my profession. I started working in car sales, and from 1987 to our very existence, I've been a top salesman around the country, not just in Virginia, but around the country. And that sustained me, and kind of that was my degree. That was my diploma, because it was entrepreneurship for me as opposed to diploma for you. When you were in college in your senior year, I probably was making $500 a month at that time. You know, so I lived a good life. I had demos, I had 5 clothes, and I would even go back to the school just to show them what education looked like. For me, it didn't. And to this day, for me, graduation is not, college education wasn't important for me, because the education that I got from them was being their terminology, seeing how they act, seeing how they do. And now today, I would probably say in my life, I've always exceeded what most people go to college do. You know what I mean? I was a top salesman, still a top salesman. I got my own nonprofit organization. I travel around the country. I don't know very many people that graduated from my college that was a guest speaker at Tuskegee University, Morehouse, Oakland University. I don't know a lot of them. But those are some of my accomplishments in upbringing of determination in my good times family. We had heart, desire, and we learned all of that from playing sports and things of that nature. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
So to answer your question, that's how my family beginning was.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I got a question as well, cuz
all right.
So what I know when you came out of prison and you got the disease, what put you in a position to be the man, the vitiligo man? What put you in that position?
Okay.
What was the thought process? Okay, I want to be the front runner for whatever I'm going to do with this. What gave you that motivation, and how did you get into that process?
First of all, I'm gonna say God. God put me in the position because He allowed me to have vitiligo. And you know what I said to myself? I said, because I always thought I was a pretty fly guy when I was young. You know what I mean? So I said, God, is this my punishment for me being kind of arrogant? You know what I mean? A little bit. And so I thought that was a curse at one time, you know. But what put me in position was I was searching for an organization of people who look like me. So I was at a Wind Down Wednesday event here in Atlanta, Georgia. And a lady came up to me, and now when I say she was fine, she was fine. She said, "You a very nice looking man." Me, I was started laughing because I'm looking at all the brothers that's sharper than me right now. Or at least I see them where they dress and fly with their skin, and you stop me. So I think you got the game with you, but it wasn't like that. Her daughter had vitiligo, and at that time, she didn't know she was talking to the top salesman, somebody who had more confidence than you could ever imagine. So really, I knew why you were jacking it, because I was shocked.
Right.
You know? So that organization, when I found an organization called Vitilago Bond, I worked with them for 4 years, and all my dreams of meeting somebody with the skin condition that I had, it was over. I found them, and then all I wanted to do was be with them and support them. So I became their voice. And as I became their voice, my car skills came out, and sponsors and people followed me, and that's how I became the Vitiligo Man of Action.
That's what's up.
Wasn't looking for that, but that's how I became it. Yeah.
Gosh, that's what's up. I'll be seeing you out there, man. You doing a great job for you guys, and being that spokesperson. I think that's just an amazing thing that you're doing. I'm happy. I'm part of your family, man. So you just keep that up. Keep that up big time.
Well, so I got a question.
Couldn't hear all of that.
Oh, go ahead. Now go ahead, cuz. I'm gonna remember it.
here,
Might be lagging a bit.
it's kind of muffled. It's kind of muffling on my end.
Oh, he's saying he didn't hear you, Brandon.
Oh no, I guess I'm gonna ask my question.
You go ahead.
You can hear me good now?
Yeah.
So at what point, like when you came out, you had the vitiligo. What types of, I guess, insecurities or whatever did you have to go through or pull yourself out of because you had this skin disease?
Wow. Okay. Good. I'm glad you asked that because for me, remember I was telling you, I was in college, high school, and I never approached a woman to meet them. I never approached a woman to meet them. Somebody always wanted to meet me. And now I wasn't in that to walk in the room and command it. So I was very hesitant to speak to women at that point in time. I wasn't as loud as it is right now. You know, I kind of peeled back because I had some insecurities about people might not want to communicate with me in that level. And then I just backed away and I kind of went into a little depression. Not so much where I want to kill myself or nothing like that, but I wasn't as worldly as I was before. If we went to a club, I'm gonna be in the background. I'm not gonna be the front runner like I used to be. I'm gonna ride back because if I was in a group of people, somebody might point me out and say, "Man, look at that boy, look at that guy's skin," and that right there, early on, would have made me kind of hide a little bit. But instead, brothers like yourself, I had good brothers like you guys that were around me, like, man, ain't nobody worrying about it. Excuse my language. They ain't worrying about that shit but you. And then once I stopped worrying about it, hey, look, once I stopped worrying about it, I can't say about everybody right here on the screen. All of y'all look different to me. Not my skin, y'all face. Y'all look different to me.
Right.
Once I started accepting it, man, it was powerful. And then don't let me. Once I got me one lady, it was all over. Confidence shot to the roof, but because look, check this out. With no skin, money. Confidence. I don't have no skin, but I got money. I'm still this top salesman. So I find out I got the power. History, gentlemen, for real. And that's how it went down, and that's how it is today. I can't even go any place without being called being a flirt consort because I'm a nice guy, and they I don't know if they want to choose something different these days. They want to choose something different, so I give it to them.
Use your powers for good. Use it for good.
I just about to say, my man, he got it.
Yes. No. That was before.
Oh, before. Oh, okay.
I am happily married. Hey, look, guys, I am happily married now. But I want to share something with you before I move on. I do got a book out called My 3 Wives. Lessons learned and choosing to make. So just let you know, been married 3 times.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all hear that?
Hey.
Yeah,
we heard that.
3 times. Yeah, we got you.
That's the one that's gonna work, though.
Yes, sir. 3 times. 3 times. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. But vitiligo.
I got one more question
for my life, though. Yes.
When you did come home, how did cousins like Tracy and all your brothers and your sisters, how did they take to the skin complexion?
Well, they kind of got a preview, you know what I mean? Because they would visit. So people knew that it was coming there, and they saw the pictures. But they, when people love you, they ain't tripping. They love you the same. But when people tell me they love me and they don't see my vitiligo, that means you see it and you don't know what the hell to say.
Right.
You see it, but you say, oh, it don't really matter. Your personality makes you. Excuse me on your show. I hope I can use this terminology. That's a damn lie. You see it, you know how to respond to it. So I love that now. And if I come to Florida right now, and I'm with my cousins, and people probably, this is the thing I always address to people. What a group of women say, like the wives, all y'all wives, or your girlfriend, And y'all said, my boy coming from Atlanta. You know, you think, boy coming from Atlanta, he gonna be sharp, he game, and then nobody see me. Then we go to the house. All the broads in there, right? Bring me in. What are gonna be the responses? We don't know. But for me now, that would be before I was scared. I would be like, I know somebody in there gonna choose me when I come in.
Right.
Or they're gonna receive it. Before I couldn't have done that. To answer the question, I couldn't have done it. I didn't have the confidence, and the vitiligo had affected me really a whole lot internally. So it ain't always been real easy, but for me, it was easy to rebound after I accepted it because I was already in position to do that, and that's how I'm a leader in it now. But there's nothing you could do or say that can affect me with this situation. You can give me a good joke, you know why? Because it would be a true joke. You look like a white man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Language with the niggas, but you look like a white man, and so you know what? It's some truth to it. Some truth to it, but the reality is, I live good with vitiligo. It has afforded me to not have to buy business cards. I don't have to buy business cards. I can recognize him. You know what I mean? So it's some advantages. I can't rob a bank because they will know who I am.
They recognize you. And be careful. Be careful with your language. We don't say white man on this show.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, you done said the wrong thing.
Cancel, Adrian. Always trying to be funny.
But he said like that was a bad thing. Like, excuse my language, white man.
Well, you know, he know like you you say the wrong thing, you'll get canceled.
Hey, Johnny Drip know about that.
Hey, so did y'all? I sent y'all some pictures, man. Y'all can, if whoever got the controls should put some of those pictures up.
No, I don't know how to put them up.
You go to the brand and then
email it.
Or you're gonna have to email it to yourself.
Oh, he back.
Yeah,
I'll work on that. Brandon, you got him?
I got him added to the screen.
It's good, but you know what? What's been really successful is when you keep it real, and for you guys that you know about vitiligo, all nationalities acquire vitiligo.
Yeah, that was my question.
Asians, Indians, and all these nationalities, and we've only tapped into really African American people because a lot of the other nationalities they're not as open as we are, but they are growing to become that way because vitiligo is more relevant today than it's ever been. Diversity is more relevant today than it's ever been. So to be different today is like more powerful than it's ever been, you know. So right now I am like in demand, and we do mentorships and all that kind of stuff. So, but in keeping the language right, some of the young people, children and teenagers that we talk to, the terminology that you use sometimes is the only thing they know. I don't go politically correct with people who won't understand that language. You know, all of us aren't politically correct and come from the two-father household and heard very nice things. So sometimes in speaking to them, you got to break it down that when I speak to the young kids, right? I might say my name is 1904-88, and then I will explain to them at the end of my speech is that I might say, now this is what 1904-88 means. Would you want that to be your name? And then it's real deep. It gets deep. So I understand about terminology, but the shows I've been on, they want me to keep it real at all times. So,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I got a question.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
I got a question real quick. When it comes to I hope I'm saying it right. Vitiligo. Does this have anything to do with people who are dealing with what is it called, albino? Like when they have no pigmentation, or is that something totally different?
It's something totally different, but you can kind of say that we're cousins.
Cousins.
They
Okay,
can't,
okay.
they can't produce melon. They can't produce melon in their skin at all.
Mm-hmm.
We have melon, and ours is reproducing. They
You
can't
just
get it at
lost
all.
it.
So the only
Okay.
commonality that we have is both of us have to wear sunblock in the summertime, or we'll get sunburned really bad. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Okay, okay. So one more.
But I guess
You
what I
would
want to share with you guys too. Go ahead. Go ahead. Mhm.
no. I was gonna ask you like, so who helped you start this organization? Because I know earlier you was telling us about the five brothers that you work with as well on your organization. Did you start this by yourself, or did you have people? What kind of support team did you have with starting it?
Well, originally by myself. I was just sitting at the house, and I said, you know what? Let me put some information. So what I did was, it was a friend of mine who challenged me. I paid her $250. I thought she was gonna be my assistant, but all she did was gave me information on how to get started. You know what I mean? So she said, since you're serious about doing what you do, she gave me a platform. She gave me a guideline of things to do, and then I did all of it myself. I paid her $250 for her to tell me what to do.
Okay.
I did all the work. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, I initiated that contact with me and her. I initiated the contact, and then I put all the work in. So to answer your question, yes, this is nobody but me. Nobody but me.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And I also have two proclamations in two cities here in Atlanta. You know, so Vitilago has enriched my life in ways I wouldn't have never imagined.
Awesome.
And I think if y'all can stop me at any time, my vitiligo journey is more about success. It's more about success and confidence as opposed to being medicine. And even in our own community, we battle with these journeys because some people want to still repigment their skin. Some people still want to wear makeup, and some people want to live like I want to live. I've accepted it, and this is what it's going to be. And we have these own battles of conversation in our own community. But for me, vitiligo has been a blessing because it put me in places I would have never been, like the Black Caucus. I was invited to the Black
Mm-hmm.
Caucus. I've been to Capitol Hill to express my concern about vitiligo. Once again, like I said with you earlier, I've partnered with the NFL to continue mentorships, and we just do a great. All we're doing, we are about empowering people to live their best life, no matter what their circumstances are. So that's what we do as an organization. Any more
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see some of
questions?
the pictures if you can see some of the pictures we putting up, but I think your obviously your story is not just for other people that's going through this. I think it's for everybody in general because everybody, whenever they have some type of what they feel is a flaw within themselves, they lose confidence. And so by you being out there in the front runner of, talking to people, then you're helping other people get their confidence in whatever their situation is. Because we always hear a lot of people whenever they have they dealing with certain issues like speech or the way they look or stuff like that. And yours is a perfect example of how you took what people thought was a weakness or something different, and you flipped it around, and now you're making changes in the world. So it's initially your strength. What people thought at one point, even yourself, was a weakness that you needed to hide is now your strength and your success story that you've given to the world. And I think that's very valuable. So I definitely appreciate that. I think it's awesome.
Yes, sir.
And I have a question as well. Who are some?
Well, this is the question I
Um,
would ask to my cousin. When you first saw me, what did
we lost him again.
Lost him again. We'll get him back.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the question was he's gonna ask when me and Nick first met our cousin, what was our perception of him. And when he come back, I'm gonna tell him I didn't see it. They said he was family, so he family.
Did you actually meet him though?
Yeah, I went to when we
like,
went to the family reunion. Me, Daddy, and Jay. Not Jay, but me, Daddy, and
He gonna tell you that's a lot of.
Yeah, that's the first thing he said. It's like if you say you don't see it, he'll believe
I mean,
it.
of course, physically, I see it. Man, y'all be true, boy.
Hey, you heard what the man said, though.
Hey, on those pictures, where you do the video at right above there? It's another one where you put it and it'll do the whole screen.
You talking to me?
Whoever put the pictures up, yeah. I think you put it up in the logo section.
Cuz, what was your question again?
Well, my question was to you, like when you first saw me, and what was your impression of what you saw? Because you never met me, so you could be like, I want to hear what you thought.
Honestly, like when they first introduced us to you, I don't even know if you remember this. You had a bottle of Henny. and this is the first thing you said. Welcome to the family. And you said you handed everybody the bottle. You said pour your own trouble.
Yeah, pour your own trouble.
So after that, I was just like, man, Big Cuz is cool. And you had so much energy. You had so much energy and everything. Like, I mean, the skin, like I said, after you telling us to pour our own problems, I didn't even look at the skin no more.
For real.
Brandon, answer this the right way.
I gotta say to you guys, man. I gotta say this right here to you guys. I watch y'all on Saturday mornings, man, and I'm still overwhelmed by all the brothers that I see up there, and the topics that y'all are bringing up are phenomenal. And y'all don't even know the power that you have yet. And see now, you want to know what the big man of action has empowered me to do?
What's up? Got a little lag.
People like yourself to keep doing what you're doing, and the information that you don't know, I know. You know what I mean? And that's once again, that's that entrepreneurial spirit of where do you want to go? Who do you want to sponsor your radio show? Who can we get to do that? Now I promise you, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black men, I promise you, there's so much money waiting on us, but we have to sit down and talk about who we want and what your show is going to target and what audience we're going to target. Because remember this, your show has a cause. As long as I'm on your show always has a cause. And you know what people love? They love sad stories. Triumph them. And now we are winning. And now with all the diversity, black women are changing the world. But guess what, black brothers? They still want us to be in charge. And what you guys are doing right now are taking charge and ownership of your communities, of your families, and people are gonna recognize it. But y'all got to stay tight and stay strong. Because I've been praying for a team, and y'all already got a team. Now I have for women, and then everybody into doing their own things. But what I'm trying to say is, for my organization, I can't grow as I want to because people their visions is not mine, and I don't beg people to be along with my journey because I'm the face of it. So everywhere I go, people want to know who you are, so I tell them. You know what I mean? And if we in the room, every room we go to, I'm gonna look different. If I come to Florida, whatever city y'all in right now, if I come there, the first thing somebody's gonna ask, who is that? To ask me, and I get a chance to tell them. And then you know what? I say, since you really don't know my name, just Google my name. And see, you might see something, But I give them that, so you don't gotta ask me a lot of questions. We can go straight into how much money are you going to support with my organization, because that's what we're changing lives, and we'll come to your community if you allow us to help you. You know what I mean? And y'all asked the question about family, right? One of the reasons I traveled to schools and stuff like that is because I had a daughter who I didn't want to be bullied in school. So they allowed me in their school system to educate their kids, and bullying and confidence, and being different wasn't being different. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons too. So I'm just saying, man, it's so much with vitiligo. I could talk for days about the accomplishment of what vitiligo has done. Now, the difference between me and other people, it ain't no sad story. So news don't want the sad stories. They don't want the positive story. They want to say they want you to hear me say I was ready to kill myself because, and I don't have that story. But some people do. People are killing themselves. They're committing suicide. They're depressed. They're doing drugs and all kinds of things because even myself, I did drugs. And now when I sit back, sometimes I sit back. You know what I said to myself? I said,
I lost me again.
Dawson.
He was driving too. So
Yeah.
yeah. When he done, I want to ask him about the tours.
Jimmy.
You know, he was telling us about the tours that he got going on.
Yeah. Jimmy, why you got the microphone like you rapping or something?
Well, you know, just want to make sure you hear my voice.
B, you got him?
I got him.
All right.
Let me get him back right. We got you back, yeah, we got you.
Yeah, when I say about doing drugs is a lot of people in the vitiligo community or around the country who have the skin condition. You know how easy it is to go into depression and use drugs and alcohol because when you use drugs and alcohol, people don't care what you look like. Like my cousin said, they don't care what you look like if you're buying. So for some people, they go into that state where they get depressed and start drinking and doing drugs. And when I was running around at one time, I felt like when I sat down and got sober and clean, I said, you know what? That could have been because when I went and did a little drug thing, right? They nobody never said you look funny. They said how much money you got. You know what I mean? So it was
exactly. You got enough,
right? So I was accepted in love. I was accepted in love until I ain't had no more money. Now you get your funny looking stuff out of here.
Yeah, that's true.
But those are some things that happen in the community. Now, when you meet somebody with vitiligo, they ain't gonna have as much energy like I have. So don't approach it like you gonna be like my cousin. Some of them might even look you in your eyes. When you have a conversation and say, I know what you, when you say, I know what vitiligo is, you break the barrier of conversation because now, do you have vitiligo? No, my cousin do, and I'm very aware of it. Just like cousin Jason, his wife is the one who called me from Raleigh, North Carolina, saying, cousin, we got somebody that got vitiligo. We need you to talk to him. Me and him best friends now, and he's a big baller. He's a big baller shot caller in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I helped a lot of people start their organization. So that's what I've done. But vitiligo is a power that only I can control. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at today.
So earlier you were telling us about your tour nationwide, right?
Well, what we did, we started a 30-city tour right here in Atlanta. In 2016, we had Chubb Rock came. We had some local DJs coming. We had Morehouse School of Medicine. And then we kicked it off here and we went to Houston. Now, when I went to Houston, I met a young lady on social media. They had never started an organization. I went out there, helped them get started. And then we went from there to New York, New Jersey. And then we found out that there were restrictions in certain cities and going to their cities and doing podcasts and doing what we were doing. But what I found out with the radio stations is that all marketing is free for communities, for social, like for the radio station. You go to every city and probably get free air time because we're doing a community. They'll say the Men of Action is coming to Florida, and now we done set up interviews coming from Atlanta to Florida. How big does that sound?
You got them chopping up again.
Yeah, you should have.
To be accepting something that is nationwide. That's how I built people to follow me. And we're on social media, Instagram, but in Atlanta, if you come to Atlanta and you got vitiligo, they're gonna connect you with me. You gonna find me. So that's about where I'm at. Mm-hmm. And I know it seems like I'm everywhere, but that's how excited I am about
That's
the work
good.
I've
Hey, you
done.
good. That's
and
good.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
good.
And what vitiligo has done for me. And just to show for those out there listening, vitiligo has not shortened my height with women. Right now, even though I'm married, I still got to keep them away. I still got to keep them away. You know what I mean? Because success, look, success, my brothers, success don't have, does not have a physical look. Success is the way you walk, the way you talk, and the way you handle yourself. So, and people see me, they be like, I want to get to know that guy. My wife tell me every day I'm a flirt because I'm just so confident. And when I'm talking to you, I'm staring you in your eye. That's where I'm at. And it's been, like I said, y'all keep hearing me repeat. It's been a true blessing. I didn't ask for a nonprofit you first in your journey because a lot of doors was closed on my face. A lot of doors was closed, right? But the ones that was open, I've been on Fox 5 News. I've been on Atlanta Live. I've been on a lot of shows just to share a bit of vitiligo, whether it's a small platform or a big platform. Every bit of information is good, gentlemen. So for y'all to have me on y'all show today, I hope that people in Florida or whatever city you're in hear this message and know that you guys are supporting cause. And I promise you, I really want to sit down with y'all after this video and maybe see what we can put together, man. I won't even be the lead guy. I'm just a consultant going into this journey with some brothers that I know I see the same vision I see, and that's changing people's lives. And that's what I do for a living, change people's lives.
That's what it's about.
Yes, sir.
Absolute.
Hey, Coach A has spoken. That's what it's about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the same goal Coach A got too.
Yes, sir.
That's a
It's on you,
goal,
Nick.
man.
Drip, you got anything to say?
Man,
Or you
y'all
just
said
soak
it all.
in?
Y'all didn't ask all my questions. And I'm like, I learned a lot, though.
I'm breaking that. Huh?
No, well,
y'all bring up a little bit, but
we just going through saying our last bit. Anything you want to say, cuz, to the people before we end the show?
Social media, website.
Plug yourself out there.
well, this is all I want you to do. I ain't even gonna put the website out there. I'm just gonna tell you my name. My name is Perry Whaley. ERRYWHALEY. Vitiligo Man of Action. Just put that, Google it, and you can find any information you want to on me, and then you can call me directly. See, I'm a good guy. I let you call me at 678-755-3525 for viewers who want information on vitiligo or on what we're doing around the country. Just call me that number, and you can reach me at my office. All right, and if you're ever in the Atlanta area, just hit me up and say I'm in the Atlanta area. I'd like to meet with you, and I'm open. All right.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
That's big cuz at the cookout today. Oh, he done left again.
We had big cuz at the cookout.
I meant to ask you why he was with this guy. Look, Jimmy.
Who is
Exactly. That's Obama.
My God.
No, it
Yeah.
I think
Hey, we got to talk to him about that guy right
See?
there.
y'all boys got anything else to say?
No,
Nah,
wonderful
man.
show, man. It was good having Cuz on and explaining a lot of his journey and everything like that. I think Cuz trying to pop back in real quick.
Yeah, we got to have him back on.
Yeah, we definitely got to bring him back on. He always watching us on Saturdays, and keeping us pumped through them comments on Saturdays, man. He brings a nice little message. He's a motivational speaker.
Mhm.
So really appreciate Cuz coming on. Is he back with us?
Yeah, you got him.
So we can close out. Go ahead and bring him back, Nick. And we can go ahead and close out.
I'm here to show him. Where that picture at?
Hey, Cuz, they want to show you something real quick. They want to ask you about this dude.
You don't have
What's
to
up
answer
with-
this now. Make sure you answer this when you come back on the show, though. We got to talk about that.
Make sure I do what now?
You
Look
see
on
the
screen.
hater?
I can't hear y'all, but I promise you one thing. I am going to call my cousin as soon as the show over, and I'm gonna get the 411. So he better hit me up later on, because
I'll let him know what y'all talking about, but we definitely gonna link up with him because he got a lot of information that maybe we can use to further our journey or success in our podcast. But
Absolutely, man.
I think
Absolutely.
this is the 4th. Everybody go chill with your family and have fun and go to the real cookout, even though this is a real cookout. We always
sir.
cooking up.
Cookout.
But
Cookout
like
in the morning.
always, Jimmy, like and subscribe, comment. What? Say it again, Jimmy.
Like,
Get him.
subscribe,
Get him.
comment,
Get him.
share, go to
Get 'em.
YouTube,
Get him.
Facebook,
Get 'em.
Instagram. Let's
Get
get
'em.
it, man.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
But we gonna go.
all right, no, y'all. I know y'all.
Now you make sure you stay on. We about to end the show. You stay on though.
Yeah, stay on, cuz.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the show, and that's the end of it. Brandon, this is Nick.
This you got B.
Coach A.
Chef Jimbo.
Johnny Drip Drip.
We holla
Hey,
at
got-
y'all.
The man of Perry, the Vitilago man of action. We'll see y'all
Yes, sir.
later.
Look.
Stay on, cuz.
I don't even know you guys, but all y'all are my brothers already. The energy I feel from y'all already, I'm trying to figure out, God, what are you doing this morning? How did I get in this situation? So, because I'm always looking for the opportunity to spread the word, whether I'm helping out in Florida or whatever. We create an event for you guys because it's your show, and you guys got a great platform. Now all we gotta do is bring people to it. We gotta go to them, and we also gotta have them come to us. Like right now, if y'all all in Florida, we got to schedule an event, and we start out with your friends and family. We starting out with friends and family. Then we gonna get the community involved. Everywhere you shop, everywhere you guys shop, should be one of the stores should be a sponsor for the party that you're about to kick out for the community. And y'all gonna be set up, DJ and everything set up. The first one gonna be free because we ain't gonna pay no money. Somebody gonna sponsor our $1,000 party. We can't feed the whole community all day, but we can start out first come first serve. But the music, DJ costs $250. Food costs maybe $350 because that's our budget. And the rest, we got some T-shirts with y'all name on there, whoever.
We got our DJ right here.
Yeah,
We're gonna go ahead and close it out, and we'll talk to him backstage. Go ahead,
Yes,
hit
sir.
me with the outro.
We out here.
They wasn't worried about me last year. When the cashier sent me to my car when I came short, now I got the game torn. They either hate it or love it. Slim chances on advances, I just balanced the budget. Fuck it, free my niggas on my Harriet Tubman. They said I'd never be the greatest, that's a scary assumption. But now I'm buzzing like the last shot, got these lanes tied.